Greetings friends, Steven here, and welcome to Gamer Hall episode 23. This is my very own YouTube video game pickup series. I'm picking up more than video games these days, though, that's for sure. I got a poster here, I got games, I've got trading cards, I've got this, I've got that. So much more. Today's backdrop item is this Wii U pamphlet I found. These have actually been around for a little while, but I've actually never bothered to even look at it until now. I'm hearing a lot of talk about the Wii U on the internet these days. People think Nintendo's finished and all that. I don't know. I sure know that the 3DS is doing well, so I think they're fine in the portable market. Wii U, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. But it's a neat flyer, if nothing else. I don't have a Wii U, not yet. I suppose I'll buy one at some point. We'll see. Alright, so the last episode went a bit over time. I think it was around half an hour long. This one I'll probably cut into two pieces if it gets that long, and I'm sure it will because I've got two boxes of games here. And let's just get right to it. First thing is actually one of my favorite items that I've got here. This is Labyrinth, the Famicom game by Tokuma Soft, based on the Jim Henson film. This is actually one of my favorite movies. And wouldn't you know it, they actually had a Nintendo Famicom game. This was never released in North America, but the Japanese got it. It's really cool actually, because if you're familiar with this movie, there's pretty much the whole soundtrack from the movie is in this game, but as like a chiptune sounds, which is pretty neat. You can sort of play through it without being able to read Japanese, although being able to read Japanese would help. But it's certainly a neat collectible, if nothing else. And yeah, Labyrinth for the Famicom. Very cool. Following that up with a game I bought, this came from eBay, by the way. I think I maybe paid $5-10 or something for that. Something like that. It's also neat to note is that Tokuma Soft also made the Ghostbusters Famicom game. Next up, I got this in town. It is Children of Mana for the Nintendo DS by Square Enix, of course. This is the DS Mana game. Price says $15. I think I got it for around $10 or something. It's a pretty decent deal. I haven't even played this yet, although it's I've been wanting to play this ever since it first came out, really. So I'm looking forward to starting this at some point. I don't know if it's as good as the Super Nintendo Secret of Mana. I know it certainly won't have that nostalgia value to it, but yeah. It's kind of hard to see the screenshots here, but it certainly has that same kind of camera angle and gameplay style. So we'll see. I'm sure it's a great game. I hope so. Next up from eBay, there's a game on the Dreamcast, which I think was the one I was actually looking for, but I ended up with the PlayStation version instead. It is Cleopatra's Fortune for, of course, the original PlayStation. Fun fit for a queen? What? That doesn't sound quite right. And this also came out at the end of the PlayStation's life cycle, because it's kind of got that. It's like, well, we're pretty much done here, but you know, here's a few more games. It's got that kind of look to it. There's a song in this game. It's one of my favorite puzzle game songs of all time. I'm sure I've now started it in this video as the background song. The song is in this game, but the version I like, which is the version you're hearing now, is it's not quite the same. I think the one I like the most is from either the Dreamcast or the arcade, and this is of course the PlayStation version of that song. It's a cool song, and it's a pretty good puzzle game. It's unique. Basically, you sort of trap treasures with rocks, and then once they're completely trapped, then the treasures disappear. You get points, rocks collapse, and combos and points and all that. Yeah, you know the drill. Puzzle game. Pretty cool game. Next up, from EB Games, I picked up Paper Mario Stick-A-Star for the Nintendo 3DS. This I got used for $31.49 plus tax. That is the with the Edge card. I don't know if I like this game. It's not a bad game, but I am completely lost in it. It's yeah. I might even do a review on this game at some point. We'll see. The writing is fun. The story is typical Paper Mario. Something was there, and then something gets smashed, and then you have to find all the pieces and put it back together. Yeah, you know, it's always like that in these Paper Mario games. But it's just the level design it's really easy to get lost because you always need these specific items to use in specific areas, and yeah, I don't know where to go next in the game. As of course you got that whole sticker thing where you just run around and then you find the stickers and you use those stickers for your attacks. I like that idea, but I don't like that you have a finite amount of spots for your stickers when you're not using them. I don't know, that's my personal opinion. It's an okay game. I don't know if I can really recommend it though. Oh, next up for hole 299 from my local Value Village, I picked up Bust a Move 99. Once again for the original PlayStation. 2-player action by Acclaim. And yeah, Bust a Move. You know the drill. It's also known as Puzzle Bobble in Japan. It's kind of a puzzle game. It's barely a puzzle game. It's very simplistic. You know, you really got your dragon dudes at the bottom shooting the bubbles up. You match the colors, bubbles disappear, and so on and so forth. Pretty neat game, pretty good shape. And $2.99, not a bad deal. Next up, we are now looking at another eBay game. Yeah, you see mostly kanji there, but if you look closer, oh, Disney's Beauty and the Beast by Hudson Soft. Which is kind of neat, because I always thought it was just Capcom that worked on the Disney games, but obviously a few other companies got a crack at it. I was playing this a little bit ago. It's not bad. There are these rats in the first level, and they quite deftly dodge your attacks and bite your legs, and they get really annoying really quick. I haven't played much of it. I only played the first few levels, but it seemed alright. So, next up, we got the bigger box here. Oh, it was a, what was it? The free comic book day was just going on, and I picked up a bunch of stuff at my local comic book stores. One of them was this poster, Transformers Armada. I don't even know what the picture is. As you can see, I haven't even opened it yet. But it was like $2.99, so hopefully the Armada number 3 cover poster is a pretty cool picture, and it'll either be going up on my wall really soon, or it won't be. We'll see. I'm gonna follow that up with a complete in-box Xenophobe by Sunsoft for the original Nintendo. Authentic arcade action, split screen action, 2-player interactive. $10, pretty decent deal. I've never really played this game, but it's nice to have in the collection now. Box isn't completely mint. It is missing the styrofoam at the bottom, and this thing has been ripped off. But that's okay. You know, whatever. Cart is in pretty good shape. And of course you got the book. Yeah, neat. Pretty good. Like any complete in box original Nintendo game for $10 is usually a pretty good deal. Oh, that in the back over there. Gonna follow that one up with a game I got pretty recently in the mail from eBay. Uno, with a Super Famicom. I like that the box is basically just like the deck of cards picture. That's kind of neat. Purchased by Tommy. It's all in there. I'm not even going to open this. But yeah, if you ever wanted a video game version of Uno with assorted anime characters that you can play as or as against, here it is. Uno. This was really cheap too. It was maybe once again $10. And it's all in there. Alright, I'm gonna open it. I lied. Neat. This is actually kind of cool, before I move on to the next one, is that the book quite neatly fits in behind the cart in the plastic. Isn't that neat? That's very cool. Very cool. Very noisy, scratchy noise. And following that up with a 4-pack. A 4-pack deal I got. If I can just find the 4th game. Can't find it. Never mind. We'll save those for a bit. Next up, I have for $3 from a local thrift store one of these things. It's one of these Namco plug and play TV game. So much like any component or composite cable, whatever it's called, RCA cable. You just plug that in, turn your power on. Came with batteries, by the way. That's very cool. And it's basically has a bunch of like old Namco arcade ROMs in it with the authentic arcade joystick and button. Pretty neat, especially for $3. Oh, I found it. Here we go. I have found the 4th Super Famicom game that I was just referring to, and let's get going with this game, Gulliver Boy. This is actually an awful lot like Secret of Mana. Of course, this isn't Secret of Mana, this is Children of Mana, but you know what I mean. It's the same kind of a like overhead action RPG sort of game. I wouldn't recommend this if you do not read Japanese. It was actually part of this, like I said, it's a 4-game bundle deal I got from eBay. So it came with it. It's neat to try it out, but yeah, I probably won't be keeping this because I won't really be able to play it. Like with this sort of a game, there's really no text. It's all like action side-scrolling. But these sorts of games, it sort of crosses the line for me. Next up, a game with a surprising amount of text as well. It is the side-scrolling Twinbee game by Konami. It's playable enough. I'm sure I'll keep this one. This is actually one of the games I bought the bundle for. And this is not like the shoot 'em up Twinbee. This is all side-scrolling platforming. Who knew? Put that back there. Who made this one? It's about Bandai, of course. Bandai made a lot of games for the Famicom systems in Japan. Following these up with, by Konami, Tiny Toon Adventures. This is a pretty good game, although I have it already for the Super Nintendo. But like I said, it was a 4-game bundle deal, so it's along for the ride. And the game arguably I wanted the most from this 4-pack is the Sailor Moon fighting game, Sailor Moon S. Man, the game is hard. I don't know, maybe it's just set to a higher default difficulty, but the Sailor Scouts, they kick some ass. They kick my ass. Girls, relax. Just a game. Next up, I've got this at my local HMV. Those of you who are fans of my channel know that for a while I was doing some unboxing videos of the Pop Vinyl toys. And I've got another one here. And this is the Plants vs. Zombies number 4 Pop Sunflower Vinyl figure at 50% off. There he is. Now I've actually got the zombie to go with this already. Oh, there he is. So it's kind of weird that the zombie is actually smaller than the sunflower. Ah well, what can you do, right? It's a neat item. I always wanted the pea shooter over the sunflower, but I've never seen them get the pea shooter in. And of course this was 50% off, so I believe that's what, $5? $10 regularly. So pretty sweet deal. Picked that one up, I did. This one's a lot better though. Go on ahead, zombie. There's a Plants vs. Zombies 2 has been announced, so I'm looking forward to that. Following up, I have a game for $15 this time. I know for a fact they played this on Game Center CX, a game I believe is called Chelnov in Japan, but here it is known as Atomic Runner by Data East for the Sega Genesis. And this one is $15. Pretty neat game. It's kind of hard to describe. It's almost like a side-scrolling shoot 'em up at the same time. And as you can see, of course, it's got game and instructions all in pretty good shape. Kind of a hard game to find too. This is really the only one I've ever seen, and it was reasonably priced, so it is here now with Mirror. Next up, got a bunch of crap I gotta throw out. I don't know why, but I've been holding on to all this, all these eBay stuff. I gotta throw all these wrappers out. It's crazy. Next up for $2.99, I got whatever this is, Matchmaker or something. Manchester United. It's one of these LCD games, obviously based around soccer or football, as we would get with the UK version here. The life of a footballer, Manchester United. Once again, if you have been looking through my channel, you saw I recently did a video on the Pokewalker. This reminds me an awful lot of that device. You got your assorted LCD mini games. Thought that was pretty neat. This came from Value Village as well for $2.99. Yeah, it's bigger than these things usually are too, as you can see. That's cool. And I'm already running out of space on the demo catcher.